Hey, I'm Billy Gibbons. I hope you dig the new record, Perfectamundo. It's such an odd twist away from the rock and blues sound that everybody knows ZZ Top to be. This Billy Gibbons and the BFGs gave it an Afro-Cuban twist, which of course you can't leave out blues, you can't leave out pop, you can't even leave out rock. All of these aspects are part of the thread that make up what we like to do. First of all, it's in Spanglish and Slanglish. Half the numbers on this Perfectamundo are in English, and the bulk of it is in the best Spanish we could conjure up to give it that Afro-Cuban flavor. The real challenge, of course, was working with sounds that haven't showed up on a ZZ Top record before. Timbales, bongo, maracas, conga. Early on these sessions that started unfolding in these studios back in Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, over in Spain, Joe Hardy, our man GLG Main Moon, and I decided, how can we Cubanize what feels natural? And that, of course, invited the consideration of covering some songs that are quite familiar, namely Got Love If You Want It, the famous tune by Slim Harpo, Roy Head from Houston, Texas, and his great song from the 60s, Treat Her Right. How do you Cubanize that? But we did. There is a peculiar relation in Western pop music that relies on rhyming schemes. When you're singing in Western pop culture, the rhyming scheme is the backbone of most pop music. Unlike the expressions from the Latin side of things, is more storytelling. But we couldn't seem to divorce ourselves from that, and you'll find it in the song titles. They do rhyme. Hombre sin nombre, quiero más dinero. I mean, this is just what we're familiar with. This is what we do. As it began taking on deeper and deeper meaningful excursions into this Afro-Cuban twist, brought back the experience I had as a youngster. I went to Manhattan at the behest of my dad, who said, I want you to learn Latin percussion. And in so doing, I wound up under the tutelage of the great Mambo King, Tito Puente. It's no secret that Tito Puente was a very ferocious leader, and he led me into some really interesting aspects of timing. And when we began this work on Perfectamundo, it all came back, as we say, it's kind of like riding a bicycle. Once you learn it, you don't really forget it. All in all, it added to be a very interesting excursion outward. The word Perfectamundo, we just like putting the word perfect and world together. In a real sense, I guess it would be Mundo del Perfecto, but it just didn't ring as much as Perfectamundo. It's not really so different than what I've managed to do with ZZ Top. The inspiration was instigated by a phone call that extended an invitation to go to Havana, Cuba to play the Havana Jazz Festival. Well, it's no secret, I do like to stay busy, and in the ZZ Top downtime, it allowed me to put the Billy Gibbons and the BFG projects from the back burner to the front burner, and off we go.